So this is with a different camera in the car, see, the van, and just gonna tell a little story about. Oh, you hear all those sirens? Man, the heck is going on? I can't tell what they're. Oh, yeah, we're good. People don't get out of the way of the emergency vehicles. There's about an ambulance and 2 cop cars, and people aren't getting out of their way. Anyway, okay, back to where I was without the sirens. I think that sirens is a reoccurring theme in our neighborhood. Anyway, just thinking of a couple of stories to tell. I don't know if I told this one yet or not, but when I was in the service in basic training, one day they had us go into an auditorium, and we were supposed to get some sort of briefing. And so we all went into the auditorium. We're all sitting there, and we're waiting for the instructor. And they said he was behind, or he was a little late, or whatever. So we're all sitting there, and then a little murmur started going around in the crowd, and you can hear people talking and whispering to each other. And eventually, the rumor that was being spread came down to our area, and basically what we were saying was that there had been a change in the status, and that we were going to be, rather than be sent to our regular training, which would be after we get out of basic training, you go get trained for your skill, mine being radio maintenance. And we were told that we were all our orders were being changed, and we were going to be sent to Vietnam. That the war had escalated, and we were emergency orders. We were going to go to Vietnam, and we were supposed to get more combat training in the next couple of days, and then get ready to ship out. So, of course, you could tell the room was very upset about that, and the rumors were getting louder and louder, and people getting upset and whatever. Then the guy finally came out, the instructor, on stage, because it was a big auditorium, and I think it was like half the people in basic training there at the time, and not just March Squadron, but a bunch of people. And so the guy got up there and he goes, so I think you're probably all aware that there's been a change in what the class was supposed to be. And I can't remember what it was. It was something about security or something like that. And they said, there's been a change, and I'm here to let you guys know. They kind of dragged it out into kind of pre-apologies. And then he said this class is actually about rumors and propaganda. And then he went on to tell us that they had started a rumor with one person being in a position where they could overhear a conversation which said we were all going to Vietnam and we were all going to ship out in the next couple of days and all that. One person in the audience had been told that. And they said, how long did it take for that rumor to spread through the entire, I don't know, whether we were a platoon or whatever, all the maybe 600 people in the auditorium. And they said, and how many of you heard this information, and how many of you heard the same information? And then they went on to tell us what they had actually been said in front of this person, again, so that person could hear, but not aware that he was being fed false information. And they said, so this class is about rumor and propaganda, and how the propaganda is set so it's something that'll pique your interest, something that you won't be able to not share because you've got this information that everybody knows, everybody would like to know or need to know that information. And so that was the whole gist of the class, is to teach us how quickly rumors and propaganda can spread, and how fast news that everybody thinks is important can spread, even though it's not real news. So that was my lesson in fake news back in 1972 in basic training. Of course, we didn't go to Vietnam, but we could have, because it was still active at the time. But I went on to go to Biloxi, Mississippi, and go through my regular basic electronics training, and then radio maintenance training. Anyway, so that's the story for today. All right, see you guys later. Bye.